All right, guys, Tony here. Just let me know that you can hear me okay. And John, if you can keep an eye on the questions for me.
Okay, Tony, will do.
Okay, can everybody hear? If you just keep an eye on the questions, let me know. People are responding.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right, okay. Guys, just before we get started, I want to share some information about some new webinars we got coming up. I've confused myself totally here. Let me just share this link with you. There's a link here where you can register for one of the webinars, which is called Niche Ripping, okay? This is all part of the normal training stuff that I normally do anyway, but I will be following both of these webinars up with a full-blown course. I don't want to stop doing the free stuff, but I want to go into more advanced stuff and more advanced training. And all of this stuff is to do with video marketing. All of this stuff is to do with using Video Synd Alpha, and we've got a new tool coming out as well, probably in about 3 weeks, called Live Stream Alpha, which you've never seen anything like it. It's just an incredible tool, and it's not even finished yet. That's a very, very powerful tool. It's like Video Synd Alpha on steroids. So I'm going to share this link in here. The first one should be the niche ripping, and you can see a link here to register. Now, with this link, I haven't yet set up the webinar. I just ran out of time there before this webinar started. I haven't managed to set up the webinar yet for YouTube mini scraping, but John, maybe if you can go to webinar and set that up for me, and just choose a random date from now, so that people can register. Then I will adjust the date a little bit later, and you can register for both of these, and I'll tell you about them in just a second. Let me just put it into the chat box in here. The link for this. Just try that one more time. So if you access this document here, you can see what we're going to be going through in the webinars, and you can come to those webinars for free. And we've got some great training, really good training, and it's got everything to do with tools like Video Synd Alpha. Once you see this in action, you're going to see some incredible results. I will do some keyword research live for you to be able to see, high volume, low competition keyword research being done in front of your eyes, where we're finding 22, 25, 27,000 volume, search volume per month, which has got very little competition. Okay, that will be worth it itself, just that one part. But we're going to cover some other things about the site building, how to clone settings when you've built your initial site before you start adding content. How to create categories properly, and this is really important when you're doing niche sites, because I see people doing them too many times with, just nonsensical kind of categories where they look too familiar with, the keywords that they found. There's a proper way to do it. Then we will talk about creating silos, and we'll introduce you to a tool at that point from one of our colleagues who's created a tool for creating silos very quickly and easily. And then we will cover things like creating first-tier, high-quality content, how to add second-tier content to backlink that first-tier content from inside WordPress, how to use WordPress SEPfuel, Abyss Ravji WordPress plugin, which is actually really good. I like that one very much. And how to add our marketing elements so that we can monetize, okay? So that we can monetize, so we can build a list, so we can send notifications, all that kind of good stuff. That's the first one that's coming up. And the date for this one is correct in here. But if John will set up the YouTube mini scraping one, which is going to be a really good content, especially if you got Video Synd Alpha, and especially if you get Live Stream Alpha, where we can easily, do a lot of damage with the work that other people have done. Okay, so we can take somebody else's hard work, and we can really sort of take advantage of that for our own benefit. Okay, so we can find popular content, download it, re-upload it with thumbnails, use clickbait, use lead bait. These are two different strategies. Create playlists with it. We can force social logs and opt-ins directly from YouTube. Okay, directly from YouTube. We do it from annotations. If you don't know how to do that, have a look on the members area of Video Synd Alpha. There's a course in there. It's all about YouTube channel optimization. There's a video there, I think the last video, that shows you how we can force opt-ins from YouTube, direct from YouTube. Okay, I think it's the last video in that course. It's well worth watching. It's very, very easy to do. Okay, and again, we will go through how to get people onto a landing page, how to add things like push notifications, other marketing elements and stuff like that. This is a very, very important course because once you understand this, it will give you a very, very good idea of how we can use the tools like Video Synd Alpha, Livestream Alpha, etc., to be able to make money, to be able to build a list in any niche, okay, and for free as well. So these are two very, very good webinars coming up, and I want to get as many people in as possible, and they will be followed up with a sort of full-blown course and additional webinars as well, because these are very, very good courses and great content you will get for free as well. Okay, John, if you could go to GoToWebinar, just create a random date for me for YouTube mini scraping webinar, and just
any particular date or just a random date?
Just pick a random date for now. I'll fix the date after. It'll probably be a week after the niche ripping one. So if you look at the date for niche ripping, we will do that one about 1 week later. That gives me a few days to create another course beforehand, so that we can give people the option then to get up, buy an upsell and learn more. Because once you see this stuff, even if I just taught you the competition research guys, you will want to get the full course if that's all I taught in that webinar. But I'm going to go deeper with that. Okay, these will be about 2-hour webinars. They're not going to be fast webinars. They will be 2 hours, but pure content. Good quality content. Okay, so apologies for the last time that we did a training webinar. We had some kind of storm here. Every time there's been really sort of heavy rain here in Thailand, in Pattaya, we tend to lose electricity. And about an hour before the webinar, I had to connect with John via SMS and tell him that the power had gone down. So John had to do that last webinar on his own. So thanks for doing that, John, for stepping in and taking the responsibility for that one. But we're back on track today with more training, okay? And today we're going to cover some new things that we've got in Video Synd Alpha, and we've got the cloning tool, which I think just about everybody should have access to. If not, let me know, we will fix that. Okay, you should now have the cloning tool. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second and how to use it. We've also done some other updates as well, which we have given out to our sort of existing customers before last week's launch. We gave it to them yesterday, and today I think they're still sending out, because these guys had paid $297 for the same version of the OTO2 and the JVZoo launch. So I mean, the guys in JVZoo launch who paid, I think, about $170, $177 with the OTO1 and OTO2 in front end. So it was a little bit unfair on the people who had purchased before, but it was always a plan to do these updates, so we got them done quickly, and those guys have got access to that. So I will show you a little bit about what they got and when we will be releasing it to everybody else. So it's just fair on them, but I will give you the opportunity, not today to buy it, but sometime in the near future. I'm just letting those guys test it out for a few days first. Okay. Right, so let's see if we get any questions before we go into this sort of strategy stuff. Okay, let's see if we get any questions. John, if you just let me know if there's anything comes up, yeah?
Okay, no, nothing yet.
Okay, is anybody stuck with anything with Video Synd Alpha, anything you didn't understand, anything from previous webinars that you haven't understood so far? Things about long tail alpha, things about the tube link rules, the Video Synd Alpha tab, the account creation, anything in the settings, anything about the Web2 embeds before we go forward, because today we're going to cover the RSS Extreme. I'll cover social bookmarks a little bit. There's not much really to show there. It's just very, very easy to use. And we've got the channel bookmarks, which I will cover because it's got the channel cloner tool in there now. And I'll cover some stuff about IFTTT as well. If we run out of time, it's not a problem. We can just add another webinar to the series. It's very, very easy now in GoToWebinar to add another webinar when we've created a series of them. So let me know if there's any questions before I go forward. Nothing?
So my goal is to index by links. Do I ping each URL, then index each URL?
Okay, when you're in the Video Synd Alpha tab, or when you're in the Social Bookmarks tab, or actually not the Social Bookmarks, when you're in the Video Synd Alpha tab, when you're in the Web2 embeds, and when you're in the YouTube link wheels, you will have the options every single time to be able to index and ping. Okay, let me just show you in the Video Synd Alpha tab just to let you know how easy it is to do. You will see as well, with the new updates, I've rearranged the tabs over here on the left-hand side. Okay, these have been rearranged to fit with the tutorial videos I've done. This is the way I use Video Synd Alpha. You know, if I was to install it first time, settings, proxies, account creator, use a competition analyzer, downloader if you want to download somebody else's video, get long tail alpha set up, and then I start with the tube link rows, then I start with the Video Synd Alpha tab, then I will do bookmarks and Web2 embeds and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but inside the Video Synd Alpha tab, you go over to the options. You will see when you click on the tab, you've got 4 tabs at the top: videos, accounts, upload, results in here. When you've done some campaigns, let me just jump over to one that I've done, so you can see that what the results look like. In the options, you have an option here to auto ping and auto index. Okay, if you have an indexer or even more than one indexer inside your settings up here, when we come over to indexers, you can see I use 2. Okay, just whenever you put your API keys in here, always click on the save button. So when I come back into Video Synd Alpha tab over here, I can make it automatically do the indexing and pinging just by checking these, ticking these checkboxes. Okay, there's nothing else to do. It's very, very easy. So we've deliberately done this to make it really simple for you. You know, everything is built in. If you want to do a link wheel, you don't have to think about how that happens. If you want to do automatic indexing or pinging, you don't have to think about how that happens. You just tick the checkbox and that's it. If you want to do automated social bookmarking to your links, you check the checkbox. Okay, it's very, very easy to do. And you can just choose a number of threads being used or browsers being used at the same time when you're doing uploading. So maybe you've got, you know, like 10, you want to use 10 threads. That's like having 10 different browsers doing the uploading and account creation and whatever else. Okay, that's how we do the indexing and pinging. If you want to go into results, you can see over here we've got this little button at the top here that says send to. You can click that and you can send to indexer, you can send to pinger, can send to the social bookmarker, can send to the Web2 embeds. And if you're one of the lucky ones who managed to get the private video sharing, John, could you mute your microphone for a few minutes, please, mate? Thanks. If you're one of the lucky ones who managed to have the private sharing site network, it's called Network Embeds, then you can send over there as well. We're building a new version of that, which we will release when it's ready, and it's not going to be ready, I don't think, for about 3 or 4 weeks. Right now, we can't let more people in because the servers are kind of overloaded, and it's just giving people a bad customer experience if I've got too many people in there using it. Because it's just, they're getting hammered basically with hundreds of people using it. But we will bring that back. So, I mean, your options in here just makes it really simple. And if you want to do some, you know, further indexing for your campaigns, then just come over here, checkbox everything, click on send to, you can send to indexer. Okay, really easy stuff. Let's see what else. Any more questions coming in, Joe? I know I muted you, but you need to come back. I'll just come over here.
Sorry, yeah. White is asking. I'm still too lost to know what to ask at this point.
Then you haven't been watching the videos. If you're lost, I mean, there's nothing complicated about Video Synd Alpha. It really isn't. You want to create accounts, you come into your account creator, click on bulk profiles creator. Keep this one at the top, sort of the radio box, keep that option. Choose a time delay in between the profiles to be created. Choose how many profiles. You could go for 50, 60, 100, 30, whatever. Choose whatever you want. Click the button and come back, and you're going to have 40 profiles with 38, you know, about 30 accounts in each. So that's how you create the accounts. You want to post to video sharing sites. You come over here. and you just add, you click on where it says add here, and this is no different from what you will see on YouTube. I think some people get scared when they see stuff like this, but really, does YouTube ask you for a title? Yes, it does. Does it ask you for a description? Yes, it does. Does it ask you for a category? Yes. Does it ask you for keywords? Yes. Oh yeah, does it ask you to upload a video? Yes. Everything is the same as in YouTube. You just come and fill this in. If you got some images that you want to add for thumbnails, if you got some images you want to add for outros, which we supplied you with, then you can use that. And if you want to stick a location in here, I don't know if this is in the Mental, the geo location. I think this might be one of the upgrades, but we can put some geo-targeting in with the new upgrades that we just did. Otherwise, if that's not there, don't worry about it. So everything here is the same as what you will find in YouTube. You just click on Add to Project, and then you click Start Uploading Videos. There's nothing to be scared of. I mean, where do you start? Well, you start by creating accounts. That takes all of one click, okay? Again, one more time. Choose create emails and accounts, choose a time delay, choose about 20, 30, 40 accounts to create, which is actually profiles with 30, about 30 accounts in each, okay? Click on create the profiles, that's the first part. Then you will have some accounts, okay? Then you go over to the Video Synd Alpha tab, and basically what we need to do is we just fill in the details like I just showed you, the same as that YouTube would ask you for, right? And you can take that video and it can go to multiple accounts. So when you come into the accounts in here, I'll just clear this, all you have to do is go into the accounts tab, click on import, and all the accounts that you've created with that one click gets pulled in here. If it's video sharing site accounts, they will get pulled in here. Okay, so I've got 110 accounts in here. I can back over to my videos tab, and all I have to do is click that button that says start uploading videos. I mean, it's really simple. There's nothing hard here. If you're confused, you need to watch the videos. The tutorial videos cover all of this. And, you know, sometimes I will talk quite a long time in a video just because I'm trying to get something across to make sure that you understand it. But in simple terms, I've just shown you in 5 minutes how you can create hundreds of accounts and make hundreds of video posts. There's nothing difficult at all. And with the options, you can have auto pinging, auto indexing if you filled the indexes in your settings. You can have social bookmarks as well. To do social bookmarks, you come over here and you go over to the accounts tab. Again, you've got a bulk creator for accounts for social bookmarking. Keep this top one, the radio box, keep that on. Choose a time delay. Choose profiles to create. Do about 20 of them. Click the profiles. And you know, when you're in the Video Synd Alpha tab after that, then you can simply checkbox that, and that will happen automatically. Your posts that you have been, your results in here will get bookmarked. Okay, it's really simple too. There's nothing hard about this. It might look complicated, but don't be scared of it. There's nothing hard. It's just filling in a couple of fields and clicking a button to start for the most part in every single tool. There's nothing complicated in there at all. Okay, any more? Just grab a drink.
How long should the videos that we upload to Video Synd Alpha for second tier
Shorter the
better be?
Shorter the better. If you're using Video Synd Alpha for backlinking purposes, which is designed for, we've got in here, when we're in the tab here, you can see we've got to add a money URL. The money URL is not what we're creating or using with Video Synd Alpha. The purpose of Video Synd Alpha is to use it for backlinking, okay? Using video sharing sites, using YouTube, etc., where we can do link pools and all that other stuff, and social bookmarking, those first and second tier backlinks. It's a backlinking tool, okay? So keep the videos short, and you'll be able to get through campaigns much quicker and simpler, okay? Your money URL, whether it's a video or whether it's a landing page, will be what you put in here. If it's a video, make sure it's a good quality video. If it's a blog post, make sure it's a good quality blog post that you know it's worth spending the few minutes that it takes to create the accounts and backlink. But just make sure it's good quality content, okay? And you're fine. But for the purpose of, you know, doing bulk backlinking with Video Synd Alpha, keep the videos as short as possible, 30 seconds, 1 minute. If you've got longer videos that you just want to syndicate, then you don't need to be doing huge amounts of syndication. What you can do is just create one very, very good profile with Video Synd Alpha account creator. You can even choose your own keyword stuff when you're doing the account creation with that. All you do then is you choose this one at the top. It says create new profile. Okay, you can click on the randomize. This will create just one profile. Okay, now when we've done that, when we've clicked on that, you can see this username here. It's kind of nonsensical. It's halter236524 or whatever. Change that to your keyword or your niche. Okay, and you can just, you know, click on create an account, choose whatever account you want to use, and it will go ahead and do that stuff for you. Okay, and task complete there. So that's created an email account. We're using our own email servers. Okay, we're not using Yahoo and Hotmail because there's too much issues trying to work with them. Verify your account. Okay, then just click on add the profile and it'll go and add the profile. So you could have, you know, a very, very good profile created in seconds that is niche specific or keyword related, whatever you want to do. Okay, so if you wanted to use Video Synd Alpha for the white hat stuff, you can do that as well. But for the most part, most people are using it for backlinking and massive amounts of backlinks as well. And the beauty of that is because we've got the Tube Linkos in here, when I've got some results from Tube Linkos that I've run, you can see I've run about, what, 10 or 12 videos. It's the same video 10 or 12 times going into different accounts. You can see I've used multi-channel in here. When I go into the Video Synd Alpha tab, then I click here to import from Tube Linko. I use YouTube as my first tier links, and then I use Video Synd Alpha tab here for second tier links. Okay, and these get pulled in automatically with the spin text on, which is really cool. Okay, so that when I run a backlinking campaign from Video Synd Alpha tab, then it's very, very easy for me to get you to use the Video Synd Alpha tab as second tier links, but it's very easy for me to pull in my first tier with spin text. Okay, so say for example I've done 5 videos in the Tube Linkos tab. Okay, say for example I've got 5 in here, and I send those results over to Video Synd Alpha. Okay, then I would have 5 YouTube URLs in here. Now, say for example I've got 100 accounts that I'm going to post videos to from Video Synd Alpha tab. That would be sending 20 first tier links, second tier links. Well, first tier links really to the YouTube links. Okay, so I'd be sending 20 links from Video Synd Alpha tab from other sharing sites per video. Okay, so if I've got 5 YouTube videos and I've got 100 accounts in Video Synd Alpha tab, divide 100 by 5 and you will get 20 links. That's not where it stops though, okay, because we've got the automated social bookmarking, we've got the automated indexing, we've got the automated pinging, and from there what we can do is we can go over to everything's changed. It's really confusing me because I've been using the old settings of the old tabs for a long time. So I need to go and search for things. Then we can use the Web 2 embeds. Okay. When we use the Web 2.0 embeds from here, then we can take our money URL if it's video, or we can take those YouTube URLs if you don't have a video for your money URL. You can run those for the Web 2 embeds. Okay. Just create a new project. I'll call this one number 1, and it's the same thing when you do a project. Okay. We can import from YouTube Linko for the money URL. We can take any video and just run it through as many accounts as you want. Come into the accounts, click on import, import the accounts. There's 232 Web 2.0 accounts. Come over to options, ping, index, social bookmark. Everything happens automated. Okay, so it's really easy to do that for the tiered linking. If you're keeping your video short, then it's going to be faster to go through the whole thing. Okay. Got more questions, John?
Yeah, Kaz is asking, I don't know how to set up proxies.
Proxies, okay. Well, we recommend you use Squid proxies. Okay, so let's go over to, let's go over here. Let's go and find Squid proxies. And this will work the same way for any proxies really, except for one thing. With Squid proxies, you need to authenticate your IP, which I will show you how to do right now. So we click on the proxy account, sign in. Okay. First thing you do when you're inside Squid proxies, go to your authorized IPs. Okay. Check that the IP that you're on, the one that says your IP up here from Squid proxies, this one ends .11118. Okay. I don't have that in there because I've rebooted the Wi-Fi or something like that. Just click to add to the list. When you've added to the list, click on submit. Okay. Cannot have more than 10. Fine. Let's take a few out. Let's just take all of these out actually, and I'll do that one more time. Something weird happened there. Let's get rid of some. Okay, we can click to submit. Once you got that submitted with your IP there, then you come over to the assigned proxies. I'm going to have to do this again. I can just feel it that people are confused. Okay, let me do that one more time, guys, because I can feel when people are going to be confused. Just come back. So, for example, when you first open up Squid proxies, you will have something looks like this. Okay, you will see the authorized IPs tab at the top. You will see underneath your IP. You can see this one .188 is not there. I click to add to the authorization list. I click on submit. Okay, then I come over to the proxies tab. Just Control A, Control C, copy. Okay, come over to Video Synd Alpha. Go to your settings. Click where it says, oh sorry, not the settings, the proxies tab, second one. Okay, let me just clear this. And when you've got this screen here, or this tab open here, click up here where it says proxies. Just paste in what you copied exactly. Add the items. Okay. Give it 2 or 3 minutes because it needs time to propagate. We've just assigned a new IP to these proxies. We need to give it time. If I start to check the proxies now, it's going to give me a lot of red because they have not propagated yet. If I do that again in about 3 minutes, you're going to see all green. Okay, so just give it time, give it 3, 4, 5 minutes, and come back and just click on start checking proxies again, and it will become more and more green each time you do it. Okay, until they're all propagated. Okay, let me just do it one more time because it's kind of working quick right now. Now it's gone more red. Okay, I'll come back in 2 minutes and we'll check that. But basically, you just need to give it time to propagate and it will work. You will have all green. You might have one that's not, but usually they're all green. So that's how we add the proxies. Really simple. Squid proxies work best with this because they're IP authenticated proxies. They're not username and password proxies. When you find username and password proxies, those can be shared. Okay, with these you cannot share them. They cannot be shared unless you have assigned somebody else's IP to that. Maybe you want to do that for a VA, for example. Just give them the login and they can go ahead and do that for themselves if they're using the software for you. Otherwise, those proxies belong to you, nobody else. That's why we recommend Squid proxies, and you will get a much higher success rate using these rather than the username and password kind of proxies or any kind of shared proxies. Okay. Let's come back to the tool. Run this one more time. Almost. All right, John, any more before I start getting into the other stuff? I'm going to go into the channel corner, if not.
Nothing really now.
Okay, right, now we added in here, you should be able to see now, if you've got the channel bookmarks tab, you should be able to see this little button here, download the videos, okay? Really simple to use, very simple to use. Now, I've seen a couple of tools appear in the last, or come out in the last sort of 2 or 3 months, one from Cliff and one from Abbas, for channel cloning. And, you know, good tools, but we've made this really easy from inside Video Synd Alpha. When you come into this channel bookmarks tab, all you have to do is simply put in channel name. Okay, I put mine in here, KissIM.org. Okay, click over here where it says load the videos, click on that, and it's going to pull back the first 48 results. Now I know I've got about 500 videos that are public on this channel, so all I have to do is just keep clicking to load the videos, and eventually I will have all my videos here. Okay, then all we have to do, still working. Okay, there's 624 appeared now. Then all we have to do is come over here, checkbox all of them, and we can download the videos. So you can completely back up your channel, at least for all of your public videos. And that's how simple it is. There's nothing complicated. It's really, really, really easy the way it should be. Okay, just click on here, download it, and it will save it. You will still have, you know, your titles and stuff in there. And, you know, just a very useful tool to have. If you want to copy somebody else's stuff, you can do that as well. Whether it's ethical or not is up to you, but you know, it's just made that way that we can do it. So for example, if I want to copy Moz, for example, I can put in Moz HQ, which I think is their channel name. And here, I've got Moz videos here. Okay. And I can download all of that. I can re-upload it into another channel if I wanted to. I can use these videos for backlinking if I want to. We got all that opportunity now because we can simply download the videos, and if you want to re-upload videos just for backlinking purposes, you can do that even without having your own video. Okay, so when we go over to the Video Synd Alpha tab and you start doing the project, what you can do then is make sure you've got a unique thumbnail and put a different outro image, spin your titles and spin your description, and you can use someone else's video. It's just really easy to do. So there should be no confusion about how to use this. I mean, that just backs up your complete channel for your public videos. Or if you want to go and find a niche, like I like to do, I'll show you something I like to do. It's part of the sort of the mini scraping, as I call it, strategy, where I go into the competition analyzer and I will look for high traffic kind of niches, things like crime investigation from Discovery Channel. Okay, click on that, you can choose how many videos. Sometimes I'll even go as far as 50 videos. Okay, and I will have a look through here. What kind of videos, how many views it's getting. What's interesting is when you're using the competition analyzer, you can see how many backlinks any video has been getting. You can see a lot of these videos are not actually getting a lot of backlinks, but they're hugely popular. Look, you've got massive amount coming to this, 330,000, 844,000. It's got 95 backlinks and 844,000 views. Okay, now he might be gaming the system, he might be buying views, but I don't see the need to do that for these kind of niches. Okay, what's even more interesting is you can see the social shares with it as well. You can see that oftentimes they've got more social shares than what they have got backlinks. Okay, so that tells you a lot about, you know, the importance of social shares and the importance of interaction and engagement of your videos. So that can give you, you know, a sort of bird's eye view of what is really, really popular, what people are watching. Now, how do you monetize that? Watch the YouTube mini scraper webinar, and I will show you exactly how to monetize this kind of stuff. Another kind of niche that you can do in here, say for example, recipes. It's huge, massive niche. People are looking on YouTube to see how things get done, okay, for cooking. You can show them recipes, as in, you know, text. People want to see the video as well. If it's a short video, then perfect, they want to see it. With this tool, you can see very, very quickly any niche. So, for example, if I want to put in here, say Thai recipes, okay, then I just click on the Start to Analyze. I'm going to bring this down from 20 because it will take too long. I'll do 5. So if I want to see Thai recipes, for example, then just choose how many videos and let the tool do the job, and you will see how many views, how many backlinks, how many social shares, and you can see if it's a niche worth going after. You can simply download these videos, just check boxes. I'm not saying, just check boxes, send it to downloader, and it will download. Okay, and you can re-upload them into a new channel. You can re-upload them into Facebook, for example, if you wanted to, and create a fan page. There's multiple ways that we can use Video Synd Alpha. It's not just for backlinking, we can do many other things with it as well, like this. Okay, and you can see here that the backlink numbers for these high traffic videos, really not that high volumes, but the social shares are. Okay, so let's have a look at this one for the Thai recipes. 524,000 views, 459,000 views, 424,000. Massive niches, okay? How do you monetize it? How do you monetize niches like that? You can do it even without your own content, okay? So watch that webinar when we do it in a couple of weeks' time. It's called YouTube mini scraping, okay? Combine that with the niche ripping, and you'll have a very, very good idea of how you can really go and make money, drive traffic, and you can do some serious damage with that, because if you're using any kind of advertising, any kind of CPA offers, Amazon kind of stuff as well, it will work. Even AdSense will work if you send people to a landing page. But we will cover how to do the clickbait and the lead-based stuff as well. Okay, so that's the kind of niches I like to go through, because it's just easy to do, high traffic, can use other people's content, and it's just really super simple and very, 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 very fast to be able to do. Okay, what was the question again, John? I kind of went off on a tangent there. All right, I'll carry on anyway. Right now, so we covered the channel book. We covered how to back up channels, and I've showed you as well how we can use competition analyzer with the downloader as well. So that, or even just back up whole channels if you want somebody else's channels. So let's go into what do you want me to cover, guys? You can choose IFTTT or RSS Extreme. I'll let you choose. Excuse me.
Tony, there are some guys talking about, getting, they feel they're getting banned from accounts like Vimeo and, some of the established video sites.
Right, okay.
Is this the proxies, or is it not?
It's probably not the proxies. It's probably because we've got, we're just hammering it with sort of multiple videos at one time. There's multiple ways to use these video sites. You will notice when I'm doing accounts and stuff like that, when I'm doing campaigns, what I'm doing with the Video Synd Alpha tab, when we come over here to the accounts, I'm usually doing not more than 200 accounts at one time, okay? We don't really need more than that, because with the other stuff that we got happening with the pinging and indexing and the social bookmarking happening automatically, then we're able to play a numbers game without needing thousands of accounts. And it really is a numbers game for us, because if we get some of our backlinks deleted, then can they possibly keep up with us? Because if you want to use it like that, in that sort of sense where you're being very, very aggressive, can they really keep up with us? Not really, because it's too easy for us to go and create more accounts. So then we can just play a numbers game, okay? And we could just go and create another 40 accounts or another 40 profiles, create another 100 if you want to. But I usually keep it about anything between 100 and 200 accounts for the video sharing sites. I use the video sharing sites to link to the YouTube videos that I've done, so I'm using the YouTube link post first. And then what we can do is we can do the Web2 embeds, we can do the RSS Extreme and stuff like that. We don't have to be overly aggressive with anything that's going to have sort of tiered linking behind it, okay? When I'm doing YouTube, if I was to do this manually, okay, without using Video Synd Alpha, if I was doing YouTube link posts, I would be doing 5 and not more, okay? That way it's not really flagging anything, because it's just not that high volume. Why would I do only 5? Because I've got more tiered linking coming from behind it, okay? So if I've got 5 videos here, and then I go into the Video Synd Alpha tab and I've got another 100 links, which is 20 backlinks to each video. And then I'm doing even more backlinking, because I'm indexing, I'm pinging, I'm doing social bookmarking, I'm doing RSS Extreme, I'm doing the Web2 embeds. You can see what I mean? It just builds up itself without us having to be too aggressive on the front end, okay? So with those kind of sites, if we're finding that they're banning, they're closing accounts, for example, then change out your proxies, go and do it again, work with lesser amount with the intention of doing more of the other stuff, the social bookmarking, doing more with the RSS Extreme, doing more with network embeds if you've got it, okay? And that way, you will get results without getting accounts closed, okay? It's going to happen anyway. Using a tool like this, we found this when we first did the IFTTT stuff as well, because thousands of people bought that product, and all of a sudden all these sites were getting accounts created with the IFTTT backlink commando, and there was just a huge amount of accounts being created and huge amounts of automated posting happening via IFTTT, that we started to see a lot of accounts getting closed down at that particular time. It just, it will fade off, give it 2 or 3 weeks after the launch, and you will see that it will start to calm down a little bit. There's just hundreds of new people using the tool right now. And unfortunately, what happens in our industry is that people start to use the tool, then something else comes out, and they forget about this tool and jump onto the next one and stuff like that. But there will be a hardcore sort of group of people that continue to use it, and the success rates will just improve over time once everybody kind of calms down and either uses the tool properly, or people just jump onto other shiny new stuff that comes out, okay? But you don't have to work with very, very high volume accounts for video sharing sites. That's the purpose of what I just covered, because we've got other tiered linking coming from behind that too, okay? Any more?
Anthony is saying, I own both. Is IFTTT a good tool? So I presume he's talking about VSA and IFTTT backlink commando.
Mm-hmm. IFTTT backlink commando will get an update, a pretty good update in about 3 or 4 weeks. We've got some other things queued up before then, but when it does come out, it's going to be really updated. I mean, it'll be significant changes. So if you got that tool, then good for you, because it won't be less than $197 after that. So if you've already got it, you will get that upgrade. All right, I'm going to jump into the RSS Extreme. Guys, do you want me to cover RSS Extreme or the what was the other one we were going to cover, the IFTTT stuff? You did Web 2 last time, John, yeah?
I did, yes. It's pretty much even as to IFTTT or RSS.
All right, we'll do both. Just 1 minute. I've got to do the username and password. I need to find it on the Google Keep. Just grab a username and password for this, and
probably better to do IFTTT, because I did do RSS on the previous one.
Oh, you did? Okay, fine. Okay, right. IFTTT. We got 3 tabs over here for IFTTT. I will cover RSS Extreme for those who wanted it. Just let me do the IFTTT first, and we'll cover that quickly. Okay. Now, inside, as we go down the settings and stuff down here, or the tabs down here, we've got settings, proxies, and stuff like that. You will see that we have got, under the channel bookmarks, fan page Synd. Okay. We've got WP Authority, and we got what we call lazy backlinks. Okay. From these, I'm going to be removing these two, the WP Authority and lazy backlinks. Okay. I'm just going to take these out and replace them with something a little bit better for today, really. I will tell you about them when they come out, so that I don't confuse you. What I suggest you do, okay, is use this one called fan page Synd. Okay. Now, anybody not familiar with IFTTT, tell me now, because otherwise I'm just going to carry on and presume that you understand what IFTTT.com is and what it does. So if anybody is not familiar with IFTTT.com, then tell me now before I go further, because it won't make any sense to you unless you understand what it does.
I'm not getting anything yet. So
okay. Great,
Seems
great.
like
I think most
pretty
people
much.
probably know by
There's
now.
one I have no idea from IFTTT.
All right. In a nutshell,
I'm not.
IFTTT.com.
Explain it. Sorry.
Okay. In a nutshell, IFTTT.com is a website that connects to multiple other sort of websites and social platforms and blogging platforms. Okay. What you do is you create an account with IFTTT, and you can attach your accounts. You can activate accounts that you've got for WordPress, for YouTube, for Facebook, for Tumblr, for Twitter, for Blogger, etc. Now, what it does, IFTTT stands for if this, then that. So you can say, for example, if I upload a new video to YouTube, then make that video get posted to my Facebook fan page. And how it does that is it does a data run every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, it will check the accounts that you have active, the websites that you have activated inside your IFTTT account. So it will check YouTube every 50 minutes to see if there's any new content. If it is, it will take that content and it will post it to Facebook as you have told it to do. Okay. What this tool does, it means it will do all what they call recipes. For example, if I upload a video to YouTube, then make it post to my Facebook fan page, that is what they call a recipe. Okay, so once we have set these recipes up, all that syndication happens. Now this software, what it does, you put your username and your password for your IFTTT account, and you can add a link in here if you want to. Okay, and then you simply click this button that says start creating recipes, and it will create like this. Okay, so it means that whenever I upload a video to YouTube, then it's going to make a post on the Facebook fan page. Once it's in the Facebook fan page, you can see down here, then it's going to post to WordPress, it's going to post to Delicious, to Tumblr, Blogger, etc. And it's going to do all this syndication automated. Okay. Once it's set up one time, it keeps running. It will run forever as long as your accounts are active. Okay. And that's the beauty of it. We have customers with, you know, hundreds of IFTTT accounts attached to one YouTube channel. So they've got hundreds of IFTTT accounts where they have got the same YouTube channel activated in each one. So you can imagine when they upload a video as normal, after 50 minutes, then that video is going to get syndicated in pages like this. This one is called fan page syndication, but we got multiple strategies inside IFTTT Backlink Commando. So what happens then is that their video will get syndicated hundreds of times. And we're even doing them in things like link wheels and stuff like that. We've got multiple strategies inside the IFTTT Backlink Commando. I will bring one strategy back for link wheeling, and I will bring one strategy back for Blogger, I think. And that will give us 3, and I will remove 2 of these. But essentially, that's what we're doing. Now, the key to this really is that we're doing high volume accounts. Okay, you can either create the accounts using IFTTT Backlink Commando, or you can go and get them done on Fiverr.com. I think you can get about 2 done for $5 with IFTTT Backlink Commando. Just run it the same as we do with the account creator, and everything happens in the background. Now, I know that it does need updated. IFTTT have got some new sites. Some sites need tweaked again with the account creator, but we will get to that very, very soon, about 3 weeks maximum, 4 weeks maximum, something like that. We will get it updated as well. So if you've got IFTTT Backlink Commando, you can have all this set up in one click. It just happens. Okay, you don't even need to add your username and passwords in IFTTT Backlink Commando. It does it automatic. But for now, what we've done is we've put these strategies in here into Video Synd Alpha, and you can still use them. But the key is high volume accounts. That really is the key, so that you get an automated syndication, because once you've set it up one time, it's there forever. All you do, add username and password for your IFTTT account. Okay, add a link in here. So for example, I might want to put a link for a YouTube video. Let's go and find one. See, this is one I've just uploaded this morning that I recorded last night for the new update stuff. Okay, we can put a link in here. We can put an anchor text. So I'm going to call this one Video Synd Alpha, for example. Okay, you can see that automatically creates the HTML. So we can put any link in here, and that will be attached to all that syndication that happens for this particular IFTTT account. Now, the best way to do this, in my experience, is to not put anchor text like this. The best way to do it is to take a link, okay, and just put the link in here. That way, or do some branding. That way, then it's just a naked sort of URL. With the types of links that work best, in my opinion, are YouTube channels or Facebook fan pages, okay? That way, they can absorb the backlinks that are happening. Because every time you upload a video to this YouTube channel, if you have this YouTube channel attached to 50 or 100 IFTTT accounts, you can see that's a lot of syndication happening in the background. And you're not doing anything differently when you're uploading the video. You've already set this up using this tool, okay? So that will happen automatically. So therefore, you don't want anything to be too repetitive, like a link to your blog, for example. That won't work, okay? That's just going to give you problems because it's the same anchor text every time or something like that. What you want to do is send it over to an authority sort of parasite kind of account or fan page or a YouTube channel. That way you're getting the benefit of it. Don't forget that when it's syndicating your video, each new video that gets sort of syndicated, that embed code that it's using has got a link going back to your video, otherwise your video could not appear, okay? So you're getting that syndication happening, you're getting video embeds happening, you're getting backlinks happening to your video that you have uploaded. But for this, if you want to use it, keep it very generic, okay? Just put a link in here to a fan page or to a YouTube channel, and it will be able to absorb those kind of links, okay? Otherwise, it can be problematic down the line if you just keep getting repetitive same anchor text links coming back to the homepage of your blog, for example, from the same sites again and again and again. That could be problematic. So just be careful how you use it. You could do it without using this anchor text. What you can do as well is we've got both for anchor tag, which is for your own links, yeah? We've got this one that says authority outbound link. So for example, I might want to put a link in here to an authority site. So for SEO, for example, I might put moz.com, okay? So every post, every video that gets syndicated, it's going to have a link as well to moz.com, okay? As well as my YouTube channel or Facebook fan page. We're just hijacking their authority and to make it look a little bit more relevant, okay? And that way you can have these set up. Now the key, as I mentioned, is high volume. The easiest way to do high volume is the IFTTT backlink commando. What we'll do is we'll put an offer for that one out. If you remind me, John, in a couple of days, I'll see if we can get it quickly updated just for what it's doing right now, and we can get it out. And we'll put a discount offer for people to get it, okay? So wait for that before you run over to Fiverr to spend money on that. But it's really powerful if you use it properly, okay? If you use IFTTT properly with YouTube, it is extremely powerful. But again, it's high volume that's needed. And anybody got any questions on this before I carry on?
Yeah, Tim has an interesting question. He's asking, can you use IFTTT to grab my watch later list and grab it and download and post and syndicate?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But for the strategies that I've built in here, I forgot to ask my coder to add the watch later. You can see here we've got one YouTube recipe in here. This is if I upload a new video. Now in the channel bookmarks, we have the ability to watch later in here. So what we can do with this, you put a username and password in here for a YouTube account that you have got attached to IFTTT, okay? You can put in here any channel. So what I tend to do is I will put in here my main channel for watch later. I will put in a support channel for watch later stuff, okay? And what I would do is I put in my main channel here for pulling the videos. Then what I can do is I can just simply checkbox these, click on watch later, and what will happen is IFTTT will pick that up and it will start the syndication. Now I'm sure I had asked for it, but it's not there, so maybe I forgot to ask. But we need to have it in here for the watch later, and we will get that fixed in the next sort of day or two. Okay, and thanks for reminding me. It's something that should be there. for watch later. If anybody is confused what I'm talking about, I can feel it again. Let me go back. Let me go over to IFTTT. People don't know what I'm talking about probably for the watch later stuff. If we get into personal recipes. Let's go to IFTTT.
Also, a question is, what do you mean by high volume sites?
High volume sites. If we're talking about the parasites like YouTube, Facebook, they can absorb high volume links, okay? Whereas if you try to send high volume links to your WordPress blog, it's going to be problematic because, you know, just the speed of the links, the anchor text and everything else is going to be an issue unless you're very, very careful and you've got, you know, correct percentages of anchor text and stuff like that. It won't work for something like IFTTT because we cannot do spinning with IFTTT. It doesn't allow us to do that. All it does is simply take our content as it is and it posts it over to Facebook, to Blogger, whatever else. There's no opportunity there to spin it, okay? That's why I'm saying you need to be sending it to sites that can absorb high volume backlinks, okay, like Facebook fan pages or YouTube channels, okay? IFTTT and WordPress can work well, but not with high volume backlinks, okay, not with high volume accounts. There's something wrong with IFTTT.com. I can't get in there right now. Or if you're talking about the high volume stuff with the video sharing sites like Vimeo and Dailymotion and stuff, what I was saying that we do not need high volume accounts for the purposes of tiered linking when using these, because we're using other sites to backlink these links. Okay, so we can put the power on the back end where we have fewer first tier links, which is easier to manage. Okay, so if I've got 5 first tier links from YouTube and something goes wrong, I've got 5 accounts that I just need to simply go in, remove the money URL from it, and I don't have the problem anymore. Okay, if you're doing this with 50,000 accounts, then you would have to do that 50,000 times. That's the beauty of tiered linking. That's why we're doing tiered linking. Okay, in my opinion, apart from the power that comes from you know, passing link juice and stuff for it, the beauty of it is for me that it's very, very easy to manage. Okay, if I've got just the first tier of 5 YouTube videos, then it's very, very easy for me to go into YouTube, into those 5 accounts, take out that money URL from there, and then I don't have any problem anymore. I just simply create a new campaign, okay? And if you don't like somebody, redirect it to them if you want. To your competitor if you want, give them the problem, okay? If you want to be that way, whether it's ethical or not, it's up to you, but there's multiple ways you can do that. And if you're using tiered linking that way, then it's just really, really super simple to manage. It's the same with the second tier links if we use them for the video sharing sites. We don't need huge volumes of them because we've got the back end happening with the bookmarking, with the indexing, with the Web 2 embeds, with the RSS stream, etc. There's a whole bunch of other stuff happening that we don't need high volume, especially for, you know, it depends on the niche, but especially when using a money URL that might be something like a YouTube live stream video, for example. We know that ranks pretty quickly, so using backlink tools like Video Synd Alpha for that makes a lot of sense. You won't need huge volumes of backlinks.
Okay, James has James has quite a good question. Yeah, he's saying, should each IFTTT account have different Blogger and other accounts, or can we use the same Blogger accounts?
You can. Well, each IFTTT lets you attach one account. Only one account. For some reason I cannot get in here. It looks like they're down for maintenance, unfortunately. Each IFTTT account lets you have one Blogger account, lets you have one YouTube account attached, etc. Okay. Now, if you want to do something high volume accounts, if you want to do high volume IFTTT accounts, it's always a good idea for where you're starting your syndication off from, whether it's YouTube, or whether it's WordPress, or whether it's Blogger, that you use that same account as many times as possible, okay? Because where you start your syndication off from, if it's a YouTube channel, for example, you're using, say for example, you are using main YouTube channel, then you want to get your main videos, your money URLs syndicated as much as possible, okay? They will probably be uploaded into your main channel, okay? That channel you want to get to as many places as possible. Now, if you're using Blogger for the same, say you've got 100 IFTTT accounts, you're using the same YouTube channel for each one, it's better when using Blogger that you use the same Blogger as well, okay? Because YouTube and Blogger are part of Google, okay? We don't need to separate them. It's going to be easier for you to do as well. All you need to do is make sure that you're logged into that YouTube account, then you click on blogger.com, it will take you to Blogger account. You can quickly sort of tidy up your Blogger theme and settings and stuff like that, and you can make that more into an authority kind of site. And the syndication would then go from somewhere, you could do something like this. You could do, if I upload a new video to YouTube, then make it post to Blogger, and if I make a new post on Blogger, then send to Facebook, send to Twitter, send to Tumblr. You could be using your Blogger account as the sort of main hub for that syndication, okay? And the reason you'd want to do that is because you can do very nice Blogger sites. They've got some really good themes or templates, as they call them. It's got some very good SEO optimization options in there. Blogger can absorb a lot of links as well. It's another parasite kind of site, okay? So another parasite platform where it can absorb a lot of links at one time, okay? It's going to be far better than to do it that way than to have all those links coming into your WordPress site if you've got a self-hosted WordPress site. Now, we do have multiple tools for IFTTT. I think I've even got a free one for Blogger. If I go over to my site, you might be able to get one over there. We have something called Blogger Power Feed, where it's doing exactly that kind of thing, where we just put in an RSS feed. Instead of attaching a YouTube channel, we just simply put in an RSS feed for our YouTube channel. Just go over here. I'm pretty sure we got a free version of this in here. Oh, actually, we're in the IFTTT recipe creator. And you can see in here as well, guys, we've got an RSS feed tool for YouTube. So if you don't know how to get an RSS feed for YouTube, use the tool on my site. It's very easy to use. There's a video there explaining how to do it, where you can put in the channel name. You can choose whether you want RSS feed for videos, for playlists, for favorites, for channels. We can also do syndication just by favoriting videos. I'm not even sure favoriting is still there. Something changed there. Yeah, we got Blogger one here. You can get the free Blogger tool here. So this is what I would use. Basically what happens with this is that it will do the syndication via RSS feed from your YouTube channel or anywhere if you want to. You can even mash up different RSS feeds if you want to mix it with authority sites and stuff like that. Simply go over to a site called chimpfeeder.com, and you can mash up multiple RSS feeds. That way, the beauty of that is that we can put our content mixed in with authority content. So for example, I could take content from anthonyhayes.me or from my YouTube channel. I can even mix it up with YouTube channel, with WordPress site, and with search engine land, RSS feed, and Moz and whatever else. And every time one of them creates a new post, then the syndication will happen. This is what you can do with this free tool here. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the chat box so you can use that, and that's an additional tool. But we will be putting something very similar to this into Video Synd Alpha, because it's just a very good strategy. So going back to the original question, would you use all different accounts? For YouTube, for Blogger, keep the same account. Okay, if you're using a YouTube account from a Gmail, then you can also use the same Blogger account. When you're using a tool like IFTTT Backlink Commando, it does not create Blogger accounts. It does not create YouTube accounts. It does not create Facebook accounts. We can't. It's too hard to create multiple bulk accounts with those kinds of sites. they have very, very sensitive IP issues and stuff like that. They can tell they want phone verification and things like that as well. They're using the image captures and some other stuff. They've just got, it's just too hard to make bulk accounts with those kind of sites. When you go into IFTTT, you have to activate your YouTube channel. You have to activate your fan page, your Facebook account with your fan pages and stuff like that. When you're in IFTTT, you also have to activate Blogger, because we cannot do that for you as far as creating accounts and activating them from those sites. What IFTTT backlink commander does do, it will create accounts on places like Tumblr, on, what's the other ones, John, we got on there? I can't remember. Actually, let me just jump in here. I can see from the fan page tab. We've got quite a few in there. We've got Delicious, we're doing WordPress.com, we're doing Tumblr, we're doing Twitter, we were doing, I'm not sure if that's still working. LinkedIn, we were doing, I'm not sure if that's still working. Deagle, we do. Reddit, we do. A whole bunch of these that IFTTT backlink commander will create the accounts, but not only create the accounts, it will activate those accounts within IFTTT.com as well. Okay, so what it does, it creates an account on IFTTT.com first, then it creates these Web 2.0 accounts. Then from that IFTTT account it's just created, it starts activating all of those websites, or all of those accounts inside the IFTTT account. What it cannot do is Facebook, Blogger, and YouTube. Okay, we just cannot make those accounts in bulk. But in the 3.0 version of IFTTT backlink commander, I've got a way around it that we can make it easier anyway for 50, 100, 200 accounts to be able to get that automated to a certain point, okay, where we can do some things sensibly that makes us able to move through that process without having to log into every single IFTTT account manually to do it. I found a way around it, but that's not going to be ready for 3 or 4 weeks. Okay. Any more questions on IFTTT?
No questions now.
Right. Anybody got any other questions related to Video Synd Alpha right now?
No other questions. Sorry.
All right. Okay. What we'll do, guys, I think we'll probably wrap it up early for this, because I want to cover next week. I want to cover, not next week, on Sunday. We have another webinar on Sunday. I want to cover the YouTube networks on Sunday. Hopefully I can get those IFTTT accounts and IFTTT strategies in here by then, and we can fix the watch later stuff, which is what I wanted to show you inside IFTTT. That means that we have covered just about everything in the tool except for the tube networks. So what we will do in the next session, we will cover the YouTube channel networks. I will show you ways to use that for backlinking. I will show you ways that we can use that for creating sort of mini channels with content. I will show you ways that we can use that for making it more powerful by using Google Plus and Blogger and social accounts as well, so that we can get some automation happening, and how we can use it with IFTTT as well. Okay, so that we can have automated syndication going on with those support channels as well. So the tube networks is going to be a full webinar. There's no way to do it any sooner than one webinar. It's got to be on its own. It's such a big topic, and I will show you how this tool is used and how we can use it very, very quickly and very, very easily if you've got a Google account with some networks with some support channels or multi-channels already created. This tool, as it is right now, it tries to create YouTube channels within a Gmail account. The problem is that it keeps asking for phone verification, whereas if you do it manually, you can do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sometimes without getting asked for the phone verification. So I'm going to remove from this the ability to create channels, because it's so quick and easy to do manually anyway. It takes about 10 seconds per channel once you know what you're doing. 15 seconds maximum, really, and I'll do it live for you. I've done it a few times, and you can see just how easy it is. But what we do want to keep this tool for is that we can add our channel details, and in one click we can get them all pulled in, and we can simply have the software automate creating saved playlists on the homepage of the channel. Okay, so that will be what we cover on Sunday, and we will cover additional things, not just how to use the tool, but how we can take that strategy to a whole new level by using the Google Plus, by using social accounts, by using Blogger, and by using IFTTT with this, and by setting an RSS feed with our IFTTT to work with the channels that we create. Okay, really easy stuff, but it will take a whole webinar to go through the whole lot. Okay.
Okay, I've got a few questions that are coming, Tony, if you want to
Cool. Yeah,
answer them. Okay, Jens is asking long tail alpha. I think if you just briefly run through that.
Long tail alpha. Okay. It's going to take me a long time to get used to these tabs being moved now. I keep coming down the bottom to look for long tail alpha. Now, where's it gone? Okay, long tail alpha. Any commercial intent keyword, in my experience anyway, usually has three elements. Okay, it has what I call a front end modifier. It has what I call the main sort of keyword term. Okay, and then it will have an end modifier. If you want to use an end modifier for locations to do geo-targeting, then you can. Okay, you can replace it. So let me just find in the Google Docs, and I can show you how I did this inside with Keyword Planner, Web2 Commando stuff. Let's bring this over. Right now, if I do a keyword search in Google Keyword Planner, which I did here, I put in one keyword, which was dentist. Google Keyword Planner gave me back 800 results. You can see here on the left-hand side. It goes all the way down to 800 results. Now what I did, and it takes, you know, maybe 10, 20 minutes to do this, but it's worth doing. I go through every single one of these, and I look for what I call the front-end modifier. This one, it says 1-800. That is a one. That is a front-end modifier. 1-800 is, to me, is a front-end modifier. 24-hour dentist, that means 24-hour is a front-end modifier. Okay, coming down a little bit. Affordable dental, that means the word affordable is a front-end modifier. Okay, I'm looking for those kind of keywords that I can put as a front-end modifier. That will work with some of the sort of main keywords. If we have a look at the main keywords it's giving us from Keyword Planner, we can see the word dentist. Okay, we can see the word dental care. We can see cosmetic dentistry. Okay, we can see dental practice. Those are all the main keyword types in here. So from this column that I just pasted the 800 in there, I've taken as many as I can for the front end modifiers with the main keywords. These will all work together. Okay, 24-hour dentist, 24-hour dental care, 24-hour dental practice, for example. They all work together. Okay, now the third element that we've got in here, you can see I've done all the towns in London, for example. So I've got London, North London, Central London, etc. But also I've taken all the towns. I think I got it from Wikipedia or somewhere. I just found them somewhere and I put them in. I did this just for demonstration purposes, but the purpose of this is to show you how we can do combinations of these three elements and have commercial intent keywords every single time. Okay, commercial intent keywords every single time, and that's not joking. This is serious. Have a look. When I click on the preview here, what you will see is taking one of these from the first column, one of these from middle column, and one of these from the third column. Okay, so I've got list of hospital dentists in Shepherd's Bush. Okay, click on another one. Rachel Dental Clinic in Willesden. Okay, you can take, if you don't like those kind of phrases, simply take it out. Take words like rate your out. Okay, I don't like that keyword, so I don't want to use it. So we just need to come in and take it out. And you can just play around with it for a few minutes just by going through this preview. And as you go through the preview, you start to see that you're getting more and more commercial intent keywords. And take out anything that doesn't look like a commercial intent. So I've got in here teeth cleaning dental specialist in Holland Park. That's a commercial intent keyword. If somebody's searching for that, for dental specialist or dentist in Holland Park, there's a good chance this is going to show up. Okay, teeth cleaning dental clinic in Leicester Square, and it just goes on and so on and so forth. So what it's doing is taking a combination. But what's good about this is that we can use this with Video Synd Alpha to do multiple posts. Okay, just in one click. We can do this rotation with the titles and inside the descriptions in one click. So what we do, before we go there actually, the number of words you've got in the first modifier times the number that you've got in column 2 times the number you've got in column 3 is going to be the amount of combinations that can be done using this tool. So if I've got 10 front-end modifiers, if I've got 10 main keywords and I've got 10 locations, for example, that's going to be 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000 combinations. Okay, if I've got 10 in here and 2 in here, that would make 20, and if I've got 10 in here, it would make it 200. Okay, that's just a combination of this one times this one times this one. That will give you the number of combinations. Now, how we use this, when we go over to somewhere like Video Synd Alpha, and we are doing our setup in here, if I click on the Videos tab and I click on Edit in here, or click on Add, in the title area, you have to put in the first title. So I would put in something like Dentist in London. Okay, I would put in the first title, and in here with the descriptions, you can click on this shortcode in here, and you can pull in the title. You can pull in some of the modifiers just by clicking on these. I tend not to use these because I'm using this as a backlinking tool. Okay. I'm not using this for optimizing a money URL kind of video. There's another tool I've got for that called Optimization Alpha that does a far better job for money URL kind of videos. Right, so what I'm using Video Synd Alpha for when I'm doing this is for backlinking purposes. Now, how does this make it powerful? Well, multiple ways. When we're coming over into the options in here, when we have a campaign, you can see here that we can use the long tail syndication keywords. This is going to be for the title. Okay, and this is going to be for the description. If you used it with the shortcodes with the description, you simply have to choose the campaign that you want to work with. So I might have one that says dentist, I might have another one that's for chiropractor, I might have another one that's for fitness center, for example. Okay, and I would just simply name them when I'm doing a long tail alpha campaign within the long tail alpha tab up here. So all I need to do is choose which campaign I want to use and click to verify and save it. Therefore, what happens then is it will take those combinations and it will rotate through them as the videos are being uploaded. Okay, because we have done the first title manually, after that first video is uploaded, then the long tail alpha kicks in. Okay, and that way we're getting that syndication happening with those commercial intent keywords. Now, why it's powerful? We're getting the keyword phrases from Google. In essence, Google is telling us how to optimize our content. Okay, we are taking the elements of what Google gave us, and we are creating multiple variations of commercial intent keywords. Okay, there's just no way to avoid it if you just spend the time correcting. It's usually the first modifier that you need to watch out for. Just click through the preview a few times, spend a few minutes doing it, and you will start to see that you've got all commercial intent keywords, every single one of them. You can have thousands of combinations, right? When these are being used for titles and in descriptions of backlinking videos, it's almost similar to, if you look at it in the same way of doing sort of variations of anchor text. So we're not using the same titles all the time. What we're doing is we're using highly relevant commercial intent keywords that Google has given us, okay, that we've sort of devised from what Google gave us. All of those keywords came from Google, so they all got relevancy. Google knows that they are related for a particular topic, like dentist, for example. Okay, so if I've got words like cosmetic and orthodontist and stuff like that, Google knows that's got to do with dentistry. It's already gave me that information. I'm just fitting it back to it, okay, with my backlinking and using my titles. So the relevancy becomes really important. Now, what's important to understand about long tail alpha is that when you have a campaign going out, the number of accounts that you have in here is what will be posted. Say, for example, I've got 1,000 combinations within the long tail alpha campaign, but I have only got 110 accounts like I have in here for the video Synd alpha campaign, then it's only going to do 110 posts. It's not going to rotate and go back to the beginning. It will do as many as you have got in here. But the beauty of it is, and where it really becomes very, very important for me, is when we're doing the Web 2.0 embeds, because we can do higher volumes. Now, this to me is where we can do a lot of damage with long tail alpha, where we can get a lot of power. The strategy was created for originally for a tool that I had called Local Traffic Commando. That tool was based on a tool created by Jeremy Kelso that was called Local Pages Ninja. Now, I looked at the way they were doing it, and it wasn't terribly bad, but I had my strategy for creating long tail commercial intent keywords, and I wanted it in there. Now, I did write to them, they didn't reply, so I thought, screw it, I'm going to make this myself, and I did. Okay. What we did at that time was we created thousands of posts that were posted inside one WordPress site. And then it became useless once all these algorithm updates came up, pandas and penguins and stuff like that. So what happened after that is I had an idea. I was watching Holly Cotter one day on a webinar, and I was seeing how aggressive she was with the backlinking, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the Local Traffic Commando strategy and I'm going to put it into Web 2.0, so that we don't have all those posts being created inside one WordPress site, but we could create it in 1,000 WordPress.com accounts and 1,000 Blogger accounts and 1,000 Tumblr accounts, etc. And that's exactly what we've done with this. Okay, that's what you're able to do with this. It's really, 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 really powerful to be able to do that. So when you combine that with network embeds, what happens then is when we go in here to create a video, to create some backlinking, okay, what you will see here is there's no video to upload. What you do is you put in the URL for a video, so you put your money URL in here. And what you want to do, if you've got a live stream video, for example, you would put that URL in there. We will get some embedding going on with commercial intent keywords, highly relevant keywords, and we can do this thousands of times on these sites. Okay, you will get away with it far, far easier than you will with video sharing sites. We can do a lot of damage. Now, I don't know if you guys are using tools like RankWiz, FCS Networker, what's the other one? Syndwire. We're basically doing what they're doing with this tool, okay? With the difference that we have one-click bulk account creator. We can go and create thousands of these accounts. We don't have to import them into a system. It's all there automatically. If I've created accounts, all I have to do is come into the account section in here. Let's clear that. Come into the account section and here, click on import, okay, checkbox all, import them, and it's really like 5 minutes work, and I've got 232 accounts. I didn't have to buy them. All I had to do was pay for the captures and proxies to be able to create them. And you can go and create thousands of these. Web 2.0, we can go and create very, very high volume, okay, and work on a numbers game. Now, with the long tail alpha in there, then we can really use all of the combinations very easily, because there's not that much work to do. So have a think about this, okay? Say, for example, I have got a live stream video. It's a very high quality video. I want to get it ranking. It's in a medium to high competition niche, okay? Now, what I can do, two things. If I'm in RSS Extreme and I've run my money URL video through RSS Extreme, so it's created 86 different variations of the YouTube URL, and from that it's created an RSS feed that's mashed them all into one RSS feed, and then it's posted it into FeedBurner, and then the FeedBurner link was sent out to RSS directories. It was pinged, it's been indexed, and all that good stuff that happens in about 10 seconds using RSS Extreme. Now, if I come in here and I click on import from RSS Extreme, if I've got some URLs in there, okay, it's automatically going to pull that into the money URL. Think about this combination happening. You put your money URL in RSS Extreme, You import that as a money URL in here to do a Web 2.0 campaign. Okay, so you want to do a Web 2.0 campaign, and you're using long-tail alpha where you've got highly relevant commercial intent keywords. You're using variations of these keywords so that it's never exact match anywhere. Okay, but they're all commercial intent and they're all highly relevant because Google told us. We didn't guess. They told us, they gave us, and we worked with what they gave us. Okay, and then we come over to the accounts creator and we go and create 100 profiles. And so therefore we could have something like, 400, 500 Web 2.0 accounts within a okay, and then we come over and we want to post into the Web 2.0 embeds. Okay, we simply click on here, put in the first title, etc. With the options that we got in here. We've got automated indexing, we've got automated pinging, we've got automated social bookmarking. We can use the long tail alpha for the titles for the social bookmarks as well, which just makes it even better. Okay, we can use the long tail alpha for the Web 2.0 campaigns. So what was happening in WordPress before with the local traffic Commando plugin is now happening all over Web 2.0. So even if I get some accounts deleted, I don't care because I'm able to create thousands of them with the click of a button. Okay, and therefore I'm hardly likely to get thousands of accounts closed. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so we're working on a numbers game. So we're taking that original strategy, and we've got that highly relevant commercial intent keywords that Google gave us to from the seed keyword, and we're doing these multiple syndications. Now, what we did on that sales page for Local Traffic Commando, I had one of my customers do a case study, and we had, I can't remember exactly how much, it was hundreds of page one rankings for all these different combinations. He had used Traffic Trav as a thing to track the rankings for that website that he created, and he had hundreds of page one rankings within minutes. Okay, the same thing will be happening with Web 2.0 unless somebody else has got this technology with this strategy. It's very, very difficult for them to compete with you on that kind of level. Okay, so you're doing this for backlinking, you're doing this for being able to create variations that is not exact match but highly relevant. So if you think about it, the title being in a sense used like an anchor text kind of thing where you're building that relevancy around your main keyword, then it's got a really good purpose, and it's got a very, very good SEO strategy behind it, and we're working in bulk. Now combine that with the RSS, combine that with the thousands of combinations, combine that with the one-click bulk account creator, and combine that with the one-click poster for your money URL, and you can see how powerful this gets. That's why I keep saying don't worry about how many accounts you're using for YouTube for your first tier link routes, and don't worry about how many video sharing site accounts you're using. We don't need high volume of those. Okay, what we need is the RSS and the Web 2.0 backing up what we're doing now with the automation that's built in with the indexing and pinging and everything else that we can do video Synd alpha campaigns. Okay, hope that makes sense. I had 2 hours sleep. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I don't feel I'm talking clearly at the moment. Any more questions?
Just one last one regarding purchasing,
Yeah.
where people that bought on the launch are asking about the ITOs that are closed now.
Yeah, we opened it for
what will that do?
Well, you need to write into support. If you write into support at anthonyhayes.me, and they will tell you what options you got there, okay, and we can do it from there. But we had to close it. We said it was going to be open for 1 week. I think we opened for 3 or 4 days initially, and then we closed it, and then we reopened it again. So we did 7 or 8 days where it was open, and we told people with the webinars and emails and stuff that it was reopening again just for the OTOs. So it's closed now. I'm not going to reopen the JVZ launch anymore. The price for Video Synd Alpha is going to jump up. What I can do is I can get support to help you to upgrade if you've got an OTO 1 and you want to upgrade to an OTO 2 or something. Support can help you to do that, okay? Just send an email to support@anthonyhayes.me. And just one more thing before we go. One more thing. In this Video Synd Alpha tab, you will see I've got something that you might not have, okay? And it's called this bulk projects. Okay, now what's important about this is that we can run multiple campaigns. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen the videos that I started releasing from yesterday and this morning about how to use this. What this does is extremely powerful. This puts Video Synd Alpha on steroids, okay? This puts it on steroids. If you want to do major aggressive backlinking, you can do this with this tool, okay? When we click on up here for the Add Bulk project, the settings that we put in here will run for multiple campaigns. Now, how it works is instead of putting in uploading one video, you have to upload from a video folder. So if you've got one video in there, that's fine, but you can have 10, 20, 50 videos in there if you want to. You can have 2, you can have 3, you can have 5, okay? What happens is we have a folder here for outro images. Now, everybody got access in the members area who purchased in the recent launch in JVZoo, a whole bunch of outro images, okay? I think I gave out 40. So if I've got one video in my video folder and I've got 10 outro slides which I've provided for you, then that is going to make 10 different videos, and with those 10 different videos it's going to run 10 different campaigns. Okay, so how that works, if I've got in here 110 accounts and in here I've got one video and 10 outro slides, I will have 10 campaigns happening, which are going to be one video getting posted to 110 accounts, and that will happen with the video, and outro slide number 1 will be first, then it will do the video, and outro slide number 2, that will be the second campaign, then it will do the same video, outro campaign, outro image number 3 will make another video, so on and so forth. So if I've got one video and 10 outro slides, that's going to make 10 videos, which runs 10 campaigns to 110 accounts. Okay, you see how powerful this gets. Now, why it gets so powerful is we don't need to be using the same video all the time. You can be using a variation of videos. Again, it gets really, really powerful because the more unique you want to make it, or the more, you know, outro slides you want to add in there, just makes different videos every time, then it's just giving you massive, massive, massive backlinking power, comparable to some other tools that are selling for quite significant. How much is Hangout Millionaire costing now, John, per month?
$197 a month, or $1,997 a year.
Right, okay. And it's doing basically, yeah? Okay. So you see that you got some, if you want to do that kind of backlinking, you can, okay? And you're going to need a lot of proxies, you're going to need a lot of accounts, and you're going to be needing to create thumbnails and stuff like that, if it's that kind of stuff that you want to do. And it does work. We have a service called VRank that we use this strategy for, and it works really, really well, okay? And John runs that particular service with, I think you've got six virtual assistants right now. So if you want some done for you ranking, we will put an offer out for that in the next sort of 2 or 3 days. And they've got so good at it that we've actually been able to bring the price down, I think by about half for the biggest package. So we will put an offer out for that in the next few days as well for the done for you ranking for videos. And this is the strategy that we use, okay? And we're doing bulk campaigns. We're doing multiple YouTube accounts. We do everything within YouTube, and you can do that with this tool as well. All you have to do is simply go into the accounts in here. I've got one of these has got YouTube on now. Yeah. All we need to do basically is add in a YouTube channel. I'll just clear this so you can see. So I add in one Gmail account, so I put my username, my password. And you can see in here I've got 8 different multi-channels. Now what we used to do was we used to click on the clone button, and we used to have to go to the next one and click on, you know, channel number 2, channel number 3. Now what we can do, just simply checkbox that, click on expand accounts, and all 8 appear automatically. Now if I want to send these videos into these accounts multiple times, then I can just simply click on the clone button from here, and that's me got 16 accounts, okay. the same account 2 times. Now if I just keep clicking on this, it will go and create multiple accounts to post to. Even though it's rotating between those 8, it will create multiple accounts so that you don't have, it's just very easy to use, so you can use it like that. And that's how the bulk account creators work in this. I mean, it's great value compared to other tools. So if that is the kind of backlinking you want to do, then you're able to do that now with this. Okay. John, do you want to add anything about the bulk stuff before we finish up?
No, that's about it. We will have more advanced training on it, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I've just sent it out yesterday and today to the people who bought before the JVZoo launch that we did last week. So I'm going to give those people a few days or a week or something to test it before I release it, because we will get feedback from those. A lot of those guys are very, very experienced using this tool. I'm using Video Synd Alpha. We'll get some feedback from them and see if we get any more tweaks or improvements or ways to make it easier or whatever. But this is, taking backlinking with video to a completely different level. This is making Video Synd Alpha like, on steroids. If that's the kind of backlinking you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so we'll give it a week, maximum 2 weeks, I think, and just get the feedback from the existing customers and see how what they suggest to improve it, and we can start to release it to other people from there. Okay, so I think we can finish up now. Guys, thanks for attending. We'll see you again on Sunday. We'll be covering Tube Networks. Don't forget to sign up for those other webinars as well. You will get some great content for those webinars. So sign up for those and you will get some good training, free training, and really it will open your eyes how we can use tools like this for marketing purposes to make money. Okay, so it's important that we cover that kind of stuff. All right, thanks, John. Thank you. I'll see you on Sunday.
Okay.